The air in the grand chamber shimmered with bioluminescent light, the walls pulsing gently as if they were alive. The scent of something alien yet sweet filled the space, and at the center of it all stood the alien queen, a vision of beauty that defied human understanding. Her silken, iridescent skin reflected the starlight filtering through the vast glass dome above. Across from her stood Captain Elias Carter, battle-hardened and weary from years of interstellar conflict. He had fought against her kind before, yet here he was, unarmed and uncertain. Her golden eyes studied him, filled not with hostility, but with something deeper, something almost human. "I do not understand," Elias finally said, his voice barely above a whisper. "What do you mean?" The queen stepped closer, her delicate yet towering form moving with an unnatural grace. "You have seen what the council desires. You have seen their greed, their hunger for destruction." Her voice was like music, layered with tones beyond human hearing. "You are different. You seek not to conquer but to protect." Elias clenched his jaw. He had been brought here under the pretense of peace talks, but he had quickly realized the true nature of the situation. The other human ambassadors had been executed upon arrival, deemed threats by the Queen's warlords. He had survived only because of her intervention. "I am no king," Elias said finally. "I'm just a soldier." Her lips curled into something that might have been a smile. "Yet you have led armies. You have defied fate. I have read the echoes of your past, Elias Carter. I have felt your pain. And I have watched your people from afar." He stared at her, unable to look away. There was something hypnotic about her presence, something that sent a shiver down his spine. "You don't even know me." Her eyes softened. "I know enough. I know that when given the chance to strike down one of my kind, you hesitated. I know that you saved the life of a youngling during the siege of Velair Prime." She moved closer, close enough that Elias could see the fine, shifting patterns along her skin. "I know that you carry the weight of countless lost souls, human and alien alike." Elias took a slow breath. "If I say yes," he murmured, "what happens next?" The queen extended a hand, her long fingers curling slightly as if inviting him forward. "You will stand beside me, not as a conqueror, not as a soldier, but as something greater." Her voice dropped to a whisper. "A bridge between worlds." Elias looked past her, past the throne and the towering architecture of the palace, toward the endless void beyond the glass dome. The stars stretched on forever, cold and indifferent. Yet here, in this moment, the weight of centuries of war and bloodshed felt distant. He had always been a soldier, always lived for battle. But what if he could be something else? He took her hand. Her touch was warm, sending an unfamiliar sensation through his body. For the first time in years, he felt something close to hope. The queen exhaled softly, relief washing over her features. Then, with an ethereal whisper, she asked, "Human, will you be my king?" Elias hesitated only for a second before nodding. The war was over. His war, at least. Whatever came next, he would face it not as a soldier, but as a man who had chosen something different. And as the queen embraced him, the galaxy itself seemed to hold its breath.